Hello everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade suppositories using the OrganiKit, a 100% reusable kit for making your own suppositories at home. Let's dive in with an overview of the OrganiKit. The OrganiKit comes with 4 molding trays, 2 5ml droppers, 2 3ml droppers, and a silicone suppository case. Let's take a closer look at the 3ml dropper. The 3ml dropper has a very narrow opening and can easily get clogged by liquids mixed with powders or crushed herbs. However, the 3ml dropper is perfect for light liquids such as coconut oil. It's also important to note that the dropper should never be used with hot liquids, as they can melt the dropper. Each dropper can be taken apart to make washing easier. To put a dropper back together, simply line up the ridge of the tube to the cap and push the tube gently into the cap. Give it a gentle pull to make sure it's on tight. The 5ml dropper is bigger than the 3ml dropper and has a larger opening. This makes the 5ml ideal for dealing with thicker liquids such as heavy butters or liquids cooked with powders. The suppository case can comfortably fit 12 to 18 suppositories. Each molding tray can make 6 suppositories. Each individual suppository is approximately 2 milliliters in volume. Now let's make some suppositories. I'll be using a mixture of pre-cooked coconut butter mixed with various oils. Use the dropper to fill the suppository tray. It's important to experiment with different ingredients and quantities in order to get the ideal mixture. This is a trial and error process, as some suppositories might not freeze well and could simply fall apart. Once you have filled up your trays, put them in the freezer or fridge. Usually the suppositories made in the freezer come out better. Leave the trays in the freezer or fridge for a few hours. If you squeeze one of the suppositories and it doesn't crumble, it's usually a sign that they're ready. Dip the tray in some warm water for around 15 seconds to loosen up the suppositories. Next, dry your hands and the tray with a towel so the tray isn't slippery. Next, pop out the suppositories. If the suppositories are still stuck, just repeat this process a few times until you get the perfect timing for your mixture. Another way to loosen suppositories is using a microwave. Put the suppository tray in the microwave for 10 to 20 seconds. Alternatively, you can leave the tray in room temperature for 10 to 15 minutes. The ideal amount of time for both the microwave or leaving it on a counter really depends on the ingredients used to make this suppository. The ideal time is best determined with trial and error. Once the suppositories are no longer completely frozen, pull on the sides of the tray to loosen up the suppositories. Next, place your index and middle fingers of both hands near the opening and push the suppository out using both thumbs. Try this a few times to get the technique down. Alternatively, you can loosen the suppositories by gently pinching the suppository tips using your hands or a tissue. Lastly, you can place the suppositories in the suppository case and store in the refrigerator. For a quick cleanup, you can gently clean the droppers and tray with some water, soap, and a narrow bottle brush. With that, we conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching. For more information and recipes, please visit OrganiKit.co.